शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां षजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपार करुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहं। सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। So in Lalita Sahasranamam, we have to see from shloka number 91. In the last class, we saw the two namas or the two words. Tattvasana we saw. Tattvamayi is comprised of three namas. Tasmai namaha, Tubhyam namaha, Ayyai namaha. So we saw these four namas from shloka number 91. And we started to see shloka the next nama, which is Panchakoshaantara Sthita. Pancha Kosha Antara Sthita. Pancha means 5. Kosha means sheath, a covering. A covering is called as Kosha. Antara Sthita. Ambal is present inside these 5 coverings, as it were. What are the names of 5 coverings? In Taittiriya Upanishad, in many places, it says the Panchakosha Vivekaha. Panchakosha Vivekaha. Bhragurvaiva Runihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Tasmaye Tat Provacha Annam Annam Pranam Chakshushrotram Vano Vachamiti. Annam Pranam Annam Pranam Chakshushrotram Vano Vachamiti Tagumho Vacha Yato Va Imani Bhutani Jayante Yena Jatani Jivanti Yat Prayantabhisam Vishanti Tad Vijijñāsasva Tad Brahmeti Satapodapyata Satapastaptva Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat Annadhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anne Najata Nijivanti Annam Prayantyabhisam Vishantiti Tad Vijñāya Punareva Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. The story goes like this. What does the story say? It is a story from Upanishads. Bhragurvaiva Runihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara. Bhrigu Maharshi, his father is called as Varuna. Bhrigu Maharshi's father is Varuna. So Bhrigu asks his father, because Varuna is a deva, right? Bhrigu is a rishi, Varuna is a deva. So the son asks his father, hey Bhagavan, Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Hey my dear Bhagavan, hey my father, my dear father, can you tell me what is Brahman? Says, ask Bhrigu Maharshi to his father Varuna. And here Varuna gives the Tatastha Lakshana, an incidental definition of Brahman, which is, hey Bhrigu, that from which the entire universe came forth, that from which the entire living beings came forth, that on to which the entire universe is supported, and that upon which the entire universe is supported, and that on to which the entire universe will rest. That is called as Brahman. It is an incidental definition. It is a relative definition of Brahman. Yatova imani bhutani jayante, that from which the entire bhutas came forth. Yena jatani jivanti, that because of which the entire universe is established, yet prayantyabhisamvishanti, that on to which the entire universe will rest, tat vijijnasasva tad brahmeti. Know that as Brahman, says Varuna to his son Bhrigu Maharshi. And how to know that Brahman? Varuna said, okay, you go do tapas. Satapotapyata, satapas taptva. And then the son comes to his father and he says, hey Varuna, annam brahme divyajanat, annadhyeva khal vimani bhuta nijayante, अन्ने न जाता निजीवन्ति, अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति, अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार. Son, he goes to the father, and after doing his tapas, the son says, hey father, I know what is Brahman. What is Brahman? Annam. The food is Brahman, says the son to his father. How? Asks the father. He says, hey Bhagavan, hey Brahma, hey father, all of this body, you take material, immaterial, living thing, non-living thing, it doesn't matter. Everything is made up of annam. Annam brahme annadhyeva kalvimani bhuta nijayante. Only from annam, from food, the body is made up of. We can understand it, right? Our body is what we eat. Our body, literally the carbon atoms that are present in the body is from the carbon atoms that we eat from the food. The water that is present in the body is the water that is present in our food. The oxygen that is present in our body is the oxygen that is present in the air. So whatever we consume, the body becomes. So, annadhyeva kalvimani bhuta nijayante, that condition is satisfied. Anne najata nijivanti. If without any food, if there is no food, then the body, it cannot even exist. The body is made up of food. The body is supported by the food. Just because we had a food, it does not mean we can live forever. Even for our living, continuous living, you need food. Anne najata nijivanti, annam prayantyabhisamvishanti, annam prayantyabhisamvishanti. After the death of this body becomes the food for other organisms. This body, which is made up of food, this body itself becomes the food for other organisms. If this body is buried, it decomposes, bacteria grows, and even trees will grow, and then the tree will give food for others with the food that is the body. If the body is burned, then the carbon dioxide which is released, or carbon monoxide which is released by the burning of this body, that becomes, that enters into plants because of photosynthesis. Because plants, they consume carbon dioxide, they release oxygen. So the carbon dioxide which is emitted from the burning of this body, it becomes fixed onto those plants. Carbon fixation, scientists solra. It becomes fixed onto the plants, and then the plant in turn becomes the food for other organisms. So anne najata nijivanti, annam prayantyabhisamvishanti. Only now we know carbon cycle, hydrogen cycle, oxygen cycle. Probably 200 or 300 years people talk about. But this concept, this food chain is talked about from Vedas itself, from Upanishads. So the Shishya said, son Varuna, Bhrigu said, okay, father, annam is Brahman. Annam is Brahman. So, but but Varuna, he said, no, you go do tapas, more tapas. This is not right. Whatever you say is right only for those things with the body. But what about electricity? What about air? They don't have any body. Then how can Annam be responsible for all those things? Then he said, then Varuna, he went back to doing tapas, and then he comes to his father with alternate idea. Okay, prana, and then manas, and then vijnana, and then ananda. He will enlist all those things. but all these things are anatma, says Varuna. And finally, the Ananda Swarupam, Brahmanandam, is the real Brahman. Anando Brahme Divyajanad Anandadhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anande Najata Nijivanti Anandam Prayantyabhisamvishanti Saisha Bhargavi Varuni Vidya Parame Vyoman Pratisthita Ya Evam Veda Pratitishthati Annavanannado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubhir Brahmavarchasena Mahan Kirtya. The Anandam, not the Anandamaya Kosha, but the Anandam itself is Brahman. Concludes the father Varuna, and this Vidya is called as Varuni Vidya or Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. How to understand that? In our body itself, all these 5 koshas exist. The physical body that we have, it is made up of Anna. So the physical body is called as Annamaya Kosha. But the physical body itself is not enough. Even a dead body has got physical body, but they are not living, right? So Annamaya Kosha is important, but Pranamaya Kosha is even more important. What is Prana? The physiological body. You know, the respiration that we do, the digestion that we do. Pancha Pranas, Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. All these are called as Pancha Pranas. Each one is responsible for a physiological aspect of this body. Prana, it is responsible for respiration. Vyana, digestion. Like that, you know, circulation, there is a prana. So the physiological body is called as Pranamaya Kosha. And then Manomaya Kosha. The Annam and the Pranam is okay, but what about a person who is in coma? He is still breathing. He has his physical body and he is still breathing, but he is not conscious because his manas is absent, his mind is absent. So Manomaya Kosha is even more subtle than Annam and Pranam. That is called as Manomaya Kosha. Okay, Manomaya Kosha is there. What about power of discerning things? Pahuttarivu abdin solrale. That is called as Vijnanamaya Kosha. So Annamaya Kosha, that is physical body. Pranamaya Kosha, that is physiological body. Manomaya Kosha, the doubting faculty of mind. Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellectual faculty. All these 4 are there. And apart from all these 4, there is one more kosha called as Anandamaya Kosha. That Anandamaya Kosha, we all experience that Anandamaya Kosha. You say that there is a body which is made up of Ananda, and you say that we all are experiencing. When did we experience? I don't know. I never had Ananda in my life. I can understand these arguments, but Shastra says, and our experience says, we all experience that Anandamaya Kosha. When? In our deep sleep state. When we are in deep sleep state, without any dreams, we think we don't know what happened. But what about next day when that person is woken up and he say, okay, did you sleep nicely? What do we say? Oh, romba anandama thungine. That body that we experience during our deep sleep state, that is the undivided Advaita body. We don't even have ahankara, we don't even have I-ness. We disconnected from all these 4 koshas, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. All these koshas got disconnected. We only contact the Anandamaya Kosha in our deep sleep state. That is called as Anandamaya Kosha. But where does Brahman exist? Brahman exists even inside the Anandamaya Kosha. You know, that experiencer who experiences the Annamaya Kosha, who experiences the Pranamaya Kosha, who experiences the Manomaya Kosha, who experiences the Vijnanamaya Kosha, who experiences the Anandamaya Kosha is called Brahman. Okay. then why is Ambal called as Panchakosha Antarasthita? Because let us assume you are sitting there, you are wearing 5 cooling glasses. 5 cooling glasses you are wearing. A black color glass on the front, and then red, and then green, and then yellow, and then pink. 5 cooling glasses we are wearing. The seer will be present in the pink glass. He will be seeing, from the outside, only black color glass will be visible. But he is present, the seer is present inside the pink glass. So, Panchakosha Antarasthita, as if he is in between, as if he is inside of these 5 koshas, it is said. That is why Ambal, who is the Chaitanyam Brahmavastu, is called as Panchakoshantarasthita, that which is present even inside the Anandamaya Kosha, which experiences Ananda, Vijnana, Mano, Prana, and Annamaya Koshas, is called as Panchakoshantarasthita. Ambal is a Brahmavastu. So our real Swarupam, our Atma Swarupam is Panchakoshantarasthita. Here that name is given for Ambal. We can understand Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshim Dritapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadibhiravritam Aham Ityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. The real worship of Sri Chakra, real worship of Sri Vidya is understanding Ambal as our own nature. Aham Ityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Deho Devalaya Proktaha Jivo Deva Sanatanaha Tyajeta Jnana Nirmalyam Soham Bhavena Pujayet, says the shloka. So, Ambal is Panchakoshantarasthita. As Atma Chaitanyam, she experiences all the 5 koshas. Next nama, Nissima Mahima. Nissima Mahima. Nihi, Nissima, and the first and the ni, it is negation. Negation, no, biotic, abiotic. Biotic, abiotic. Organic, inorganic. So, on the a, in, all those things, all those prefixes, they refer to negation. In the same way, Sima, Nissima. What is Sima? Sima means a border. Border ku Seemai nu per. Shruti Seemanda Sinduri Kritapadabja Dulika. When they part their head, when women folk, when they part their head like this, it looks like this portion will be white in color. This will black, this is black, and this portion will be white in color because it looks like a border. Border is something which differentiates 2 things. Yeah? So this part of hair is differentiated with this border. That is why this place is called as Seemanta Pradesam. It looks like it is a border. So Seema means a border. Nissima Mahima. Mahima, for Ambal's Mahima, there is no border. Nissima Mahimana, that Ambal, that one, for whose Mahima, there is no border. Doctors without borders. There is a organization. Doctor without borders. Adhe madri, Ambal is Mahima without borders. We can easily understand as Mahima without borders. There is no limit to Ambal's Mahima. Because border, it places a limit. In Kambaramayana, Kambanattalvar says in the first poem itself, in the first Kadavul Vazhthu, he says, Ulaham Yavayum Taan Ulavakkalum Nilai Peruttalum Nikkalum Ningala Alahila Vilayatudayar Avar Talaivar Annavarke Sharan Nangale. Alahila Vilayatudayar Avar. Alahu means a unit, a border. Alahila Vilayat, there is no border for Parameshwara's Leelai. அதேதான் இங்க சொல்றா. நிச்சீம மகிமா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு தமிழ் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் எக்ஸாக்டா வேணும்னா அழகிலா விளையாட்டுடையாள் அப்படின்னு we can translate நிச்சீம மகிமா in Tamil. So நிச்சீம மகிமா. நித்ய யௌவனா. Yavana is youthfulness. Nitya Yavana, Ambal is ever youthful. எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் நித்திய கன்னிகையா இருக்கா. கன்னியாகுமரிக்கு போனா அம்பாள் நித்திய கன்னிகா. காமாட்சிக்கு வந்தா எவ்வளவு இயர்ஸ் ஆனாலும் அம்பாள் முகம் அப்படியே தேஜஸா இருக்கு காஞ்சிபுரத்துல. எல்லா அம்பாள் கோவில்லையும் அப்படிதான். நாட் பிகாஸ் தே ஆர் மேட் அப் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோன்ஸ், பட் பிகாஸ் they transcend the concept of time. We all are bound by space and time. We all are bound by the limits of space and time. What is vayasu? What is age? Age is nothing but an indication of progressive time. You know, as time progresses, we age. Age is normally correlated with time. If I age, means I am living in this world for this many years. But Ambal, she does not come under the clutches of time. That is why Ambal is called as Desha Kala Aparichinna. Parichinna, limited by. Aparichinna, not limited by. Limited by what? Not limited by Desha, space, and Kala, time. Desha Kala Parichinnaங்கிற இல்லையா, அதே தான் இங்க வேற லாங்குவேஜ்ல சொல்றார். Nitya Yauvana. Ambal is ever youthful. All the age எல்லாம் நமக்கு தான் ஆறுது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பர்த்டே, செகண்ட் பர்த்டே, தேர்ட் பர்த்டே, ஃபோர்த் பர்த்டே. அம்பாளும் வருஷா வருஷம் பர்த்டே கொண்டாடின்னு தான் இருக்கா. ஆனா வயசு மட்டும் ஏறவே இல்லை. எவ்வளவு நன்னா இருக்கும்ல. வயசு பர்த்டே மட்டும் எவ்ரி இயர் வி செலிப்ரேட் ராமநவமி, வி செலிப்ரேட் கிருஷ்ண ஜென்மாஷ்டமி, வி செலிப்ரேட் மாசி மகம், வி செலிப்ரேட் பங்குனி உத்திரம், வி செலிப்ரேட் ஐப்பசி பூரம், வி செலிப்ரேட் எவ்ரி இயர் வி செலிப்ரேட் ஹர் பர்த்டே. ஆனா அம்பாளுக்கு வயசு மட்டும் ஆறதே இல்ல. நித்திய யௌவனமா இருக்கா, நித்திய கல்யாணியா இருக்கா, நித்திய யௌவனா. அண்ட் மதசாலினி. அம்பாள் இஸ் மதசாலினி. வாட் இஸ் மீன் பை மதசாலினி? Mada means if I leave my body sense, if I leave my body consciousness, that is called as Mada. Meaning you break off all of your limits. Whenever I am bound by something, if I break off all the limits, that is called as Mada. எப்படி யானைக்கு மதம் பிடிக்கிறதுன்னு சொல்லுவா. They normally say யானைக்கு மதம் பிடிக்கிறது. What is meant by, if the elephants get into that state, they will say யானைக்கு மதம் பிடிக்கிறதுன்னு சொல்லுவா. What is that? Because the elephant, it breaks off all its limits and then it roams freely. It does whatever it wants without anything to limit the elephant. அதான் யானைக்கு மதம் பிடிக்கிறதுன்னு சொல்லுவா. அதே மாதிரி மதசாலினி அப்படின்னா அம்பாள் as Atma Swarupa, she is not bound by anything. All of us, we are bound by our body. We are limited. We think we are limited by our body. We think we are limited by our intellect. We think we are limited by our status in the society. We think we are limited by how much money we have. We all have that superimposed limitations onto all of us. We really don't have any limitations, but we think that we have all those limitations. But Ambal, because she has understood her real nature as Atma Tattva, Ambal does not have any limitations. Madashalini. Nitya Yauvana Madashalini. Next nama, Mada Ghurnita Raktakshi. Mada Ghurnita Rakta Akshi. Rakta means red in color. Akshi means eyes. Ambal's eyes is so much red in color. Why? Because of her Mada. Because of her unlimited nature, Ambal's eyes is red in color. அது என்னது புரியவே இல்லையே அப்படின்னா, whenever you get so disillusioned, or not disillusioned is not the right word, whenever we get hyper, நம்ம ரொம்ப அப்படியே ஹையா இருக்கு அப்படிமோ, people say that when they take all those drugs and all, they lose off all their inhibitions and they become so high அப்படிங்கிறோம் இல்லையா. அந்த நேரத்துல கண்ணெல்லாம் செக்கச்சவேர்னு இருக்கும். It is not that we have to do that, because all those effects are psychedelic drugs. All those effects are because of a psychedelic drugs. But your Shastra says, if you want to get high, you really don't have to resort to those psychedelic drugs. All you have to do is get your Atma Swarupa. If you understand your Atma Swarupa, if you understand Atma Jnana, it will give you 1,000 times more high than all the alcohol or all the other drugs that people use. That is why Ambal is called as Madagurnita Raktakshi. Mada Padala Gandabhu. Ambal is wearing makeup on her cheeks. So Ambal's cheeks is so red in color. Mada Padala Gandabhu. Chandanadrava Digdhangi. Ambal is wearing nice chandanam on her body. You know, for Aipasi Puram in Kanchi Kamakshi temple, they do a nice chandana alankaram for Ambal. You know, it's a huge thing. If you guys have not seen it, you should try to see it. Very beautifully, Ambal will be bedecked in chandanam. Chandana Drava Digdhangi. You know, when we do chandana alankaram, Ambal is wearing chandanam all over her body. Chandana Drava Digdhangi. Champeya Kusuma Priya. Ambal is so fond of champaka flowers. Champaka Shoka Punnaga Saugandhika Lasatkacha. Ambal is wearing champaka flower, Ashoka flower, Punnaga flower on her head, on her hair. அப்படின்னு முன்னாடியே பார்த்தோம். அதுதான் இங்க சொல்றார். சாம்பேய குசும பிரியா. Next is Kushala. Next shloka. Kushala Komalakara Kurukulla Kuleshwari Kula Kundalaya Kaulamarga Tatpara Sevita. Kushala. What is meant by Kushala? Kushala means dexterous. The one who is adept in doing even a more complicated thing is called as Kushala. Ambal, she created this entire universe. The season, it does not change. Sun, it behaves exactly as it should be. Bhishasmad vatah pavate, bhishodeti suryaha. You know, fire, if you touch fire, it is going to burn you. So there is an order in this universe, and Ambal, you know, there is an order in this universe because of Ambal. Ambal has designed this creation so well, and it does not fail. You know, sun it does not say, okay, I'm going to take rest for one day. Earth does not say, okay, I have been moving for so long, I am not going to move today. The forces, they behave exactly as they should. Science doesn't accept Bhagavan, but science accepts force. But science does not know how those forces arises. Why those forces are behaving the way that they behave, science doesn't know the answer. Science can only tell, okay, gravity, this is the nature of gravity. This is the nature of strong nuclear force. This is the nature of electromagnetic force. This is the nature of weak nuclear force. And science will give you for gravity one equation. For electromagnetic force, Maxwell's equation. For in the force, there weak nuclear force, there will be an equation. For strong nuclear force, there will be an equation. Okay, we don't question. But science does not know why the equation are the way that they are. Why is G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square? Why is gravitational constant the number that it is? Why is the Planck's constant the number that it is? Why is Avogadro's constant the number that is? It could be 100, it could be 1000, but it is exactly some 9.8, or depending upon the units that you use, they all have a very exact number. And even scientists accept that if the gravitational constant is changed by 1%, then the earth cannot even form. If the Planck's constant is changed by even 0.00001, then the atoms, even atoms cannot be formed. Scientists say no. So there is a design. There is a design. Science tries to understand the design through equations and numbers. We don't care about all those things because we know the designer. What do you want to know? Do you want to know the design, or you want to know the designer? Our Shastra, Lalita Sahasranama says, okay, she is the designer, so she will do anything that you want. So if she wants, she can even make another universe with another design. So Kushala, a dexterous person, an adept person, an efficient person. Kushala, Komala Akara. Akara means body. Komala means beautiful. Ambal's Sthula Swarupam itself is so beautiful. You go to Kanchipuram or you go to any Ambal's temple. If you go to nice old temples that are present in India, especially in Tamil Nadu in South India, you go, the temple, it does not have a lot of money. ஒரே ஒரு புடவை கட்டியிருப்பா, ஒரு காட்டன் புடவை, பூமாலை கூட போட்டிருக்க மாட்டா. ஆனா அந்த அம்பாள் அவ்வளோ அழகா இருப்பா. There won't even be electricity. There will be one lamp, or there will be just one lamp. Ambal, she won't have any abharana, no gold, nothing. Probably one string of Malligapu she will be wearing. But you can see that Ambal for hours together because she is Komala Akara. And then Kurukulla Kuleshwari. Kurukulla. Kurukulla is a devata who is worshipped in Sri Vidya Upasana. Kurukulla is a name of a specific devata worshipped in Sri Vidya Upasana. And what about the Kurukulla mantra andal? They will all be only told to the serious Sri Vidya Upasaka. She is normally not the one who's to be messed up with. But Bhavana Upanishad says, Kurukulla Balidevata Mata, Varahi Pitrurupa, Kurukulla Balidevata Mata. For all the bodies, the Varahi Ambal, she is the Mata, she is the Pita. Varahi Ambal is like that father figure. And Kurukulla is like that mother figure for all of our body. And this Kurukulla Devi, she is present inside the Srinagara. We are looking at Arya Dushati. We are learning to chant and some of the meanings of Arya Dushati. There we saw Kurukulla Devi. Abdinu Pakram. Ahankara and Chitta. There are two avaranas, Ahankara and Chitta. And in between the two avaranas, this Devi, Kurukulla Devi, is present. Abdinu we saw in Arya Dushati Lalita Stavaraja as well. And it is same Lalita Parameshwari. She is present in Kurukulla Devi as well. So Kurukulla, Kuleshwari, Kula Ishwari. Ambal, she is the Ishwari for all the people. Not only this person, that person. No, entire Kulatukku Ambal da Ishwari. Shona Prabham, Somakalavatam Sam, Panispurat Panchasharekshuchapam, Pranapriyam, Naumi Pinakapanim, Konatrayastham, Kuladaivatam Naha. Ambal is the Kuladaivatam for all of us, says the shloka. So, Ambal is Kuleshwari. Not a lot of people know, but Kanchi Kamakshi Ambal is one of the Kuladevatas for even Sri Rama. Dasharatha Chakravarti, Ramar la solron liya. Normally they say Srirangam Perumal is the Kuladevata for Sri Rama. But Kanchi Kamakshi is also Kuladevata for Sri Rama. How do we know? In Lalitopakhyanam it comes. Dasharatha, because he did not have any son, he went to Kanchi Kamakshi temple and then he propitiated Ambal, Kamakshi Ambal there. There Kamakshi Ambal came and then she gave a varam that Mahavishnu will be born to you. Abdina Ambal da inge Dasharathanke varam kudukara because Ambal is the Kuladevata for the Ikshvaku Kulam itself. Kuladevata. And Lakshmanagraja Pujitayai Namaha. There is a shlok, there is a thing called as Lalita Trishati. We are looking at Lalita Sahasranama. These are 100,000 namas. In the same way, there is another text called as Lalita Trishati. There are 300 namas in the Lalita Trishati. It is even more sacred because the 300 namas, they begin with the Moola mantra of Sri Vidya Upasana, Panchadasakshari. Panchadasakshari mantra thalande oru letter ku 20 nama varum. So if you arrange the namas, you can get the Panchadasakshari mantra itself. So it is a mantra garbhita Lalita Trishati. There the nama comes Lakshmanagraja Pujita. Lakshmana Agraja Pujita. Ambal is worshipped by the elder brother of Lakshmana, which is nothing but Rama, because she is the Kuladevata for Sri Rama himself, Kuleshwari, Kurukulla Kuleshwari. Kulakundalaya, Kaulamarga Tatpara Sevita. Kulakunda Alaya. Alaya, house. Anma Layati. Asamantat Layati. So, the place of existence. Abdina Chikla. Alayam Garda. Kulakunda Alaya. Ambal's place of existence, Ambal's house is called as Kulakunda. What is that Kulakunda? We don't know. Because Adi Shankaracharya explains Kulakunda in Saundarya Lahari. Mahim Mooladhare Kamapi Manipure Hutavaham Sthitam Swadhishtane Kriti Marutamakashamupari Manopi Bhrumadye Sakalamapi Bhitva Kulapatham Sahasrare Padme Saharahasi Patya Viharase. When he explains about the act, the ascension of Kundalini from Mooladhara Chakra to Sahasrara Chakra. Mahim Mooladhare Kamapi Manipure Hutavakam Sthitam Swadhishtane Kridi Marutam Akashamupari Manopi Bhrumadye. All these chakras we are going to see later. So I am not going to explain all the chakras. But here in the shloka, Adi Acharya says, Ambal as Kundalini form, she rises from Mooladhara Chakra and then she goes to Sahasrara Chakra, Saharahasi Patya Viharase, where she exists with her husband Parameshwara. And then the next shloka, he explains the Kulakunda. Sudhadhara Saraihi Charanayukala Vigalitaihi Prapancham Sinchanti Punarapi Rasamnaya Mahasaha Avapya Swam Bhumim Bhujaganibham Adhyuštavalayam Swamatmanam Kritva Swapishi Kulakunde Kuharini. Ambal, when she goes to the Sahasrara Chakra and when she exists with Parameshwara, there is a huge Ananda, there is a huge Amrita Varsham that happens. Sudhadhara Saraihi. That Amrita Varsham, it wets all of the body. And what happens? After some time, the Kundalini from the Sahasrara Chakra, it descends and it goes back to the Mooladhara Chakra called as Kulakunda. Swapishi Kulakunde Kuharini Avapya Swam Bhumim Bhujaganibam Adhyuštavalayam Swamatmanam Kritva Swapishi. Ambal, she goes back to the Kulakunda, which is the Kundali, which is the Mooladhara Chakra, and then she sleeps as it were, says Acharya in Saundarya Lahari. So we understand that Kulakunda means Mooladhara Chakra. So Kulakunda Alaya. As Kundalini Shakti, Ambal is present in Mooladhara Chakra. Ambal has made Mooladhara Chakram, Kulakunda, as her Alaya. That is why it is called as Kulakundalaya. Kaulamarga Tatpara Sevita. Kaulamargam. For worshipping Ambal, there are two major modes of worship. In order to worship Ambal, there are two major modes of worship. One is called as Samaya Marga. One is called as Samayachara or Samaya Marga. And another is called as Kaula Achara or Kula Marga. Kaula Achara or Kaula Marga or Kula Marga. Another is Samayachara or Samaya Marga. And then there came another marga, which is a mixture of these two, Samaya and Kaula. So that is called as Mishra Marga. Mishra abdina mixture nartham. Mishra means mixture. So Kaula Marga, Samaya Marga and Mishra Marga. Samaya Marga is majority internal worship. Antarmukha Samaradhya. You worship Ambal inside you. You make Ambal, you worship Ambal and Parameshwara as equals. Adinalda Samayan vandirukku. Sama means equal. Liya Samayachara Tatpara. We saw that nama. So Sama means equal. Parameshwara and Parvati, they are equal in status and they have to be worshipped in one's own heart. That is called as Samaya Marga. Pure Kaula Marga, it is an external mode of worship. There is nothing to be done inside one's heart. It is purely ritualistic. And the Kaula Marga says, Ambal is very few steps higher than Parameshwara. According to Samaya Marga, Ambal and Parameshwara are equal. Shiva, Shakti, Aikyam. Kaula Margathila, Ambal is greater than Parameshwara, but it has to be, she has to be worshipped outside. Internal worship only purely ritualistic mode of worship. And for the current scenario, we might even consider that as little bit unethical or dangerous, because they normally use some of the modes of worship that they use is not normally commonly accepted by everybody. நம்ம ஒரு கற்பூரம் காமிக்கிறோம், ஒரு நைவேத்தியம் பண்றோம், அம்பாளுக்கு பூண்டு வெங்காயம் கூட இல்லாம நைவேத்தியம் பண்ணணும்னு பெரியவா சொல்லியிருக்கா இல்லையா? அதெல்லாம் நம்ம பண்ணுவோம், மடியோட பண்ணணும், அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவோம். கௌல மார்க்கத்துல அதெல்லாம் கிடையவே கிடையாது. They will use whatever, they have a shastra, they follow their shastra, but that shastra does not give importance for all these things. In the நேரத்துல பூஜை பண்ணணும். For normally the puja that we do puja at a certain time. The ராத்திரி 12 மணிக்கெல்லாம் நம்ம பூஜை பண்ண மாட்டோம். We do puja in a certain way. குளிச்சுட்டு பூஜை பண்றது, பல் தேய்ச்சிட்டு பூஜை பண்றது, அந்த மாதிரி we follow purity in the heart, we follow external purity, we follow internal purity, all those things we follow. But for those people who follow the Kaula Marga, they don't do all those things. It is their shastra, but they don't follow all those things. So Kaula Marga. What is Mishra Marga? Mishra Marga is both internal worship and external worship. Most of the worship that we do currently belongs to the Mishra Marga, because we do Dhyanam of Ambal inside, and then we also will have a yantra outside. We do Abhishekam for that yantra or Ambal's Vigraha. So that is called as Mishra Marga. So Kaula Marga Tatpara Sevita means Ambal is also worshipped by the people who follow Kaula Marga. Very, very careful, because this Kaula Marga is not to be messed up with. It is called as Kaula Marga because it is strictly passed on from a guru to a sishya. Kulam அப்படின்னா நம்ம நார்மலா குலம் அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? அப்படியே வாழ பரம்பரையா வருதுன்னு அர்த்தம் இல்ல, like father son or a guru sishya. So it has to be learned only from a guru, and they have their own shastra. And people normally, for our customs, we normally don't accept their mode of worship. But Lalita Sahasranama says that mode of worship is also valid, and Ambal can also be worshipped by Kaula Marga. But we have to be careful that it is not for everybody. Kaula Marga Tatpara Sevita. Next shloka number 94. Kumara Gananathamba Tushtihi Pushtihi, Matihi, Dhritihi. Kumara Gananathamba, Tushtif Pushtir, Matri Dhritihi, Shantihi, Swastimati, Kantihi, Nandini, Vighnanashini. Shanti Swastimati Kantir, Nandini, Vighnanashini. Kumara Gananathamba. Kumara Gananatha Amba. Kumara is Kumaran, Muruhan, Subramanian. So Subramanya Swami. Gananatha is Mahaganapati. Kumara Gananatha Amba, the mother of Kumara and Ganapati, the mother of Subramanya and Ganapati. Kumara Gananathamba. Normally people will say Kumara. Why Kumara has got his name Kumara? Because Mara means Manmatha. Manmatha is called as Mara. And the beauty of Subramanya Swami, he is even more beautiful than Manmatha. That is why he is called as Kumara. And Gananatha, Gana, we all know. Gananatha, the master of all the Ganas. The master of all the Ganas. Deva Gana, Rishi Gana, all those ganas are a group of entities are there, right? So Kumara Gananatha Amba. So she is the mother of Kumara and Ganeshwara, Mahaganapati and Subramanya Swami. That is why even in Thiruvanekaval, we can see a beautiful sight. It is not to be seen in any other temple. Apparently, the Akhilandeshwari Ambal was so angry. The rays that emanated from Akhilandeshwari Ambal, people cannot even stand that energy that emanated from Thiruvanekaval Akhilandeshwari Ambal. So Adi Shankaracharya, he came to Thiruvanekaval and then he did something called as Shri Chakra Tadanga Pratishta. No, normally people wear Tadanga. But if we go to Thiruvanekaval in Akhilandeshwari Ambal temple, Akhilandeshwari's Tadanga will be made up of Shri Chakra and Shiva Chakra. She is wearing two Tadangas. So one Tadanga will be Shri Chakra, another Tadanga will be Shiva Chakra. Because Adi Shankaracharya, he did avahanam of those Ugra Kalai of Akhilandeshwari Ambal, and he pacified the Akhilandeshwari Ambal by making her wear the Shri Chakra and Shiva Chakra Tadanga. That is why even now, if the Tadanga has to be repaired, the Kanchi Kamakoti Peethadhipati can only do the repair of the Tadanga. Tadanga Pradishtai nu solva. Mahaperivallam poi Tadanga Pradishtai pannirka. Naraya experiences la namakku theriya varudhu. So அந்த Tadanga Pradishtaingiradhu அந்த நம்ம பீடத்துக்கு மட்டுமே உரித்தான ஒரு விஷயம். Because it was instituted by Adi Shankaracharya and the Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham is because it is the Moolamnaya Peetham. They only have the right to do the Tadanga Pradishta. But Adi Shankaracharya did not stop with that. What he did was, he also did the Pratishta of Mahaganapati right in front of Amba. Normally, if we go to any temple, right in front of the Moola Devata, no other Devata will be present. Okay, maybe the Vahanams will be present. Nandi irukum, Simmam irukum, adallam irukum. But it won't be at the eyesight of the Swami. It will be smaller and it won't hinder the sight of Swami. But if we go to Thiruvanekaval, a huge Mahaganapati will be present right in front of Ambal. Ambal's direct eyesight, line of sight, la Mahaganapati irpar. Yenna, because Acharya thought, okay, whatever we do, Ambal might get angry even more. Or maybe at another time, Ambal might get angry. But if she is constantly looking at her son, she can never get angry. If Ambal constantly looks at her son, how much ever angry she has, she will be pacified, thought Acharya. So that is why he did the Pratishta of Mahaganapati right in front of Akhilandeshwari temple in Thiruvanekaval. If you get a chance, please visit that temple. Because Ambal is Kumara Gananathamba. The next 7 namas, Tushtihi, Pushtihi, Matihi, Dhritihi, Shanti, Swastimati, Kanti. So these 7 namas, they explain Ambal as some qualities. These 7 namas explain Ambal as some qualities, meaning if we possess that quality, it means Ambal is present with us. If Ambal is a Vigraha, if we possess a Vigraha, it means Ambal is present with us, right? In the same way, here Ambal is described as a mental quality. And if we possess those qualities, Ambal is present with us. So we have to make sure that we have all these 7 qualities in our life. What is the first quality? Tushtihi. Tushti means tripti. Santoshamnu per. In fact, the word santosha came from the word tushti. No, tushti, namba santoshama triptiya irukkiradhu peru tushti. There will be a lot of people, whatever good that happens to them, they won't be happy. They will have a lot of money. They will have all the things that they want, but they will never be happy, right? Because Ambal is not there. Because of their Purva Janma Punya, they got some money, okay. But they will be say, okay, no, I don't have this. No, this does not work. I don't have this. Shastra says, never do that. Be happy with whatever you have. You have this body. Be happy with this body. You have a meal to eat. You have a meal to eat next. For your next. You have some food to eat for your next meal. Be happy. If you don't have things, okay. But why can't you be contented with what you currently have? Says Shastra. If we take Gita, asosyan anvashochastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasoon agatasoonscha nanushocanti panditaha, says Krishna. Panditaha na anushocanti. Hey Arjuna, the pandits, the people who have jnana, they will never go into shoka. They will never have any shoka. They will be tripta, yanitya tripta, namaha, அதுதான் துஷ்டின்னு பேரு. So the quality of being satisfied, the quality of being ever satisfied is Ambal. Some people will always complain, right? We should never do that. It means that Ambal is slowly moving away from us. So tushtihi, ever contented, ever satisfied, ever be happy. We can also take it in other way. If we worship Ambal, she will give us that contentedness. Because Ambal is the embodiment of Tushtihi, she will also give us Santosha, that we can also take. But we can also take the other meaning, which is if we have Tushti, if we have Santosha, Ambal will be present in all of us. Tushtihi, Pushtihi. Pushtihi means healthy. Ambal is health. People now, we have a lot of disease. But Shastra says, good health is Ambal's prasadam. Enjoy it. Ambal, yanakka nee enna pannama appadinu nama kekkave vendam. She has given us a reasonable good health. We can walk on our own legs. We can eat with our own hands. We can lead our day-to-day activities on our own self, right? Pushtihi, that is because of Ambal's prasada. And in the other word, if we worship Ambal as Pushtihi, we will also get lot of Pushti, that is nurture in our life. Pushtihi, Matihi. Matihi means intellect, not emotional, but intelligence. These are two different things. Being emotional is different. Being intelligent is different. Ambal is Matihi, being intelligent. The intelligence that is present in all of us is Ambal. Yadevi sarva bhuteshu buddhi rupena samstita namastasye 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 namo namaha. Yadevi sarva bhuteshu vidya rupena samstita namastasye 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 namo namaha, says Devi Mahatmyam. So Ambal is present in all of us as Buddhi. If we want to worship Ambal, then sharpen your intellect is the way to acknowledge the presence of Ambal. Matihi, Dhritihi. Dhriti na dhairyam nartham. Dhairyama irukkirathu. Whatever the problem that comes to me, I will face it. I have Ambal's anugraham. I will face the problems that I have and I will emerge as a victorious person. அப்படின்னு இருக்கிற தைரியமே அதுவே அம்பாள் ஸ்வரூபம் தான். அந்த காலத்தெல்லாம் போருக்கு போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி துர்கையை வர்ஷிப் பண்ணிட்டு போவாளாம். Because it gives you that தைரியம். Even Arjuna has made a Durga Stuti. Arjuna has made a Durga Stotram. Mahavishnu, Krishna asks Arjuna to pray to Durga before going to Mahabharata war. The Durga Stutingiradhu Mahabharatathula romba visheshama irukku. There 2 years back, there was a document from the Veda Dharma Shastra Paripalana Sabha, Kanchi Madathila irundha ava potirundha. It was a Bhauma Ashwini day. Bhauma Ashwini day. Tuesday along with Ashwini Nakshatra is very, very auspicious for Ambal. Like that Amrita Siddhi Yogamnu per adukku per. Bhauma Ashwini, Ama Somavara Vratam, Sunday and Saptami, Bhanu Saptami, இதெல்லாம் விசேஷம். அந்த பௌமாஷ்வினிக்கு மடத்துல இருந்தே சொல்லியிருந்தா, இந்த அர்ஜுன கிருத்த துர்கா ஸ்தோத்திரத்தை எல்லாரும் பாராயணம் பண்ணுங்கோ. They even had the text of Arjuna Krita Durga Stotram, Durga Chandrakala Stuti, Devi Mahatmyam, Lalita Sahasranamam, Saundarya Lahari, இதெல்லாம் பாராயணம் பண்ணுங்கோ அப்படின்னு பெரியவா வந்து ஒரு அனுகிரக பாஷணமே அதுக்கு கொடுத்திருந்தார் அந்த பௌமாஸ்வினி நாள் அன்னைக்கு. And then in the document they had the text of the Durga, the Arjuna Krita Durga Stotram as well. So when we chant, when we worship Ambal, that gives us dhriti. Dhriti na in a dhairyam. It gives us moral courage to face all the adverse things that are happening to us. It gives us moral courage that gives us that gives us strength to face all the adverse situations that are happening around us. Actually they have shared the document, the Amrita Siddhi Yogam or document vandu, they have shared it, and if you see that in the document, the thing is that Virat Nagaram Ramyam Gachamano Yudhishthiraha Astuvan Manasa Devim Durgam Tribhuvaneshwarim அப்படின்னு அந்த ஸ்லோகம் ஆரம்பிக்கிறது. So the document is present in different languages. The shlokam is shared in the Dropbox, in the chat box. So please go to the chat box and then you can find the shloka. Durga Stuti, beautiful Durga Stuti. And then there is also a shloka called as Durga Chandrakala Stuti. The Durga Chandrakala Stuti is written by Appaya Dikshita. Deshakaleshu Dushteshu Durga Chandrakala Stutihi Sandhyayor Anusandheya Sarvapadvi Nivrittate, says Appaya Dikshita. 16 slokas. He says, Deshakaleshu Dushteshu Durga Chandrakala Stuti. Whatever the adverse situations that we have, you chant this Durga Chandrakala Stuti. Sandhyayo Anusandheya Sarva Apad Vinivrittaye. It removes off all the apat that happens to you. Durga Abaduttaraka Stotram ne or stotram irukku. So if we chant all these shlokas, it gives us moral courage. Ambal will come to us in the form of courage, and then she will make us get out of all those adverse situations, because Ambal is Dhriti Swarupa. With this, we will finish today's class. Kumara Gananathamba Tushtif Pushtir Matir Dhritihi. Next line, Shanti Swastimati Kantihi Nandini Vighnanashini. We will see from the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.